Damn, what's the name of that shit? But it's like a Shinobi type game, but it's on the PC.
Oh, is it like a battle royale type shit?
I think so. It's like the Shadow of Inishi or something like that, but it takes place in like Japan, right? It's like Shinobi.
Let's get over some more.
Oh, you trying to get me in? Right?
Yeah, you gotta move over because I'm about to move over a little bit more close to Kevin. Oh, you can come in a little bit.
Yeah, that might help.
How you want to call that? Gabe, okay, I just want to make sure because I want to be like, hey, Gabe, hey, don't call me that. What you say? Oh, God. So, hey, y'all, hold on. We live. We go live up here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, shoot. All righty. We are live.
Cheers.
Okay, cool. So we live. All right, cool. All righty. Can you just... I did rotate it. It's fine. Okay.
I gotta get you into OBS and restream.
Okay, cool.
So you can multi-stream.
So
you on Twitch? You on Twitch, my guy?
Oh Lord!
Almost.
Oh
yeah!
Because you gotta
do the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Well,
the thing.
There we go. Oh, I had it right the first time.
Yeah.
There we go.
Were you talking about Naraka?
No. It was like, man. Nishi, something interesting. Something like that.
Oh, something like that. Oh. Hey, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Give us a moment while we get situated. All right, let's see. All right, so we got this. All right. I'll trash that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and delete that. While we live, trying to get situated here. Hold on a second.
I took it in my day on to the screen.
Avowed was the best thing I saw, hands down, besides Starfield. See, I'm trying to watch my language. I'm not messing with
All right. So cool. So now, when it comes to the Facebook one, it's all right. I'm just trying to make sure the YouTube one, everybody in. So I'm trying to make sure we good. Stephen ain't even seen you.
You ain't see me? Come on, G. Got to see the guy. That's it.
Yeah, as long as they see you over there, it's cool. I'm over here, so
you over there?
I'm over here. Cool. There you go.
I'm over there.
There you go. Oh,
there he is.
I'm gonna bring you a webcam.
Okay, cool.
That's
gotcha. Yeah. So this is when we have to do specials and stuff. So, hey, everybody, we apologize. I know it's looking like, what is going on with this video, bro? So crazy. So we live now. Of course, this is going to be posted on our YouTube channel. So you'll be able to catch it later, just like we did our Transformers one. So first off, I want to say that we appreciate all fans that participated in the Transformers Rise of the Beast special. I'm going to go around the table, let everybody introduce themselves and things of that nature and, where to catch them at and stuff like that. So I'm not doing the traditional intro because that's more for the official podcast when we are at, Rockstar Studios and stuff like that. So, but of course, I am Andre Brown. Welcome to the spoiler special, episode 1 and 2, Secret Invasion review and question bag special. So also I wanted to apologize to our fans that did tune in on the last episode. We had a very special guest. We were honored to have him there, but what happened was it ran over the time. So I know a lot of people saw the posts of things that, you're talking about comics or such and such, and we didn't get a chance to review it because of course we ran out of time. So now anything that we did not get a chance to review on Sunday, we're going to go ahead and review now. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. But I want to go ahead and get around the table, let everybody introduce themselves, and then we can be able to dive in, and we appreciate you joining us. So go ahead, Kevin. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know.
To avoid demonetization, I cannot say my Twitter, TikTok, nor Instagram name. But y'all know where y'all can find me at. I'm glad to be here.
Of course. We got our special guest, and he's gonna be, he's gonna be start being part of the team.
Yeah, I'd like to be a regular.
Yeah, he's gonna be a real regular and stuff like that. So,
first.
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and let everybody know again. You know what I'm saying? He back on.
I'm Gabe. You can find me everywhere. If you go to neonshoji.com, that's my link tree. It has everything everywhere you can find me. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, and. So we had somebody, you know what I'm saying, in the inbox, spectacularradio@gmail. You know, that's where you send your questions and
wild,
stuff.
spicy about Big Jack.
Spicy.
They was like, what does Steven really contribute? You know, I ain't really seeing him much or whatever like that. He ain't really been a part of nothing, you know what I'm saying? But he out here making big moves.
Big mud moves.
He's one of the executive producers for Spectacular Inc. Radio.
Let him know again.
And we definitely honored to have him a part of the team. But yeah, he got a lot of shows. He's shooting stuff, photo shoots and things of that nature. So anytime that he does make time for the team is definitely an honor. But go ahead and let everybody know where to find you, the gram, let everybody know who you are.
Right.
Remind some fans.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's back. What?
Yeah. Like I never left. Hey, look, your boy's been busy. I got a TV show coming up streaming on Amazon soon.
Yeah.
Like so I got a stage play coming up in a few weeks, so that's what I've been doing. And getting some some headshots and stuff getting together. And I got some more projects coming up next year. Yeah, man, just been busy, man. Just trying to get stuff done with Spectacular Inc. You know, I got my comic book coming, got the show coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like you ain't
You know
war
what I'm
major.
saying?
Yeah, War Major. You know what I'm saying? So we in here, man. We got questions. We appreciate everybody sending questions in. We are reviewing a lot because the other questions were some questions that you guys already had sent in for Sunday that we can get a chance to get to. So we're going to go ahead and handle that first. So we want to honor those fans first. We want to handle the rest of that.
Y'all.
And there was a couple of questions that came in on that Sunday before we did the show. So I was able to throw a few of those in there as well. So we'll go ahead and address those and go ahead and get situated. So let's go ahead and jump in right in now. So we got spoiler special. So question bag. Basically, if you do want to send a question, if you are watching this video, whether it be live with us now or, of course, probably later or something like that, and you're catching it and you want to be able to participate or ask a question, you can definitely email us at Spectacular Inc. Radio. That's Spectacular INK Radio at gmail.com. You can send in like your real name or nickname or hashtag name or whatever the case may be, and then your question. As long as it's appropriate, we will read it on the show. So let's go ahead and get with the pick up where we left off. So Eddie writes, Avowed was the best thing I saw hands down besides Starfield on the Xbox presentation. Do y'all agree? So I know Kevin got some words that he want to say.
Explicit.
I know did you? Did you have your notes for the Ubisoft and the other thing? Okay, cool. So yeah, we definitely gonna go over that because we meant to review that last, past Sunday. But for me, I'm going to say this: Starfield, I would say, was the beefiest presentation. Very beefy. A lot of breakdown, a lot of details, a lot of graphical breakdown. And the reason why I love the Starfield presentation a lot is because it wasn't because sometimes not even just Xbox, PlayStation, even Nintendo, sometimes they all talk. They be talking about a game and they'll show a cinematic trailer. And it's like, so you're not going to show us any gameplay? You're just going to be like, oh, here's a cinematic. Y'all excited, right? And then knowing the game ain't ready for another 3.5 years. But Starfield was very beefy. They started off, of course, cinematic. And then they was like, oh, y'all thought that was all y'all going to get. And then they actually showed real gameplay. And I was like, bro, touched my heart. I thought it was awesome. Avowed looked good. I am interested, intrigued to see how it's going to be. Trying to see about getting my new Xbox, so we'll definitely check it out. But I'm gonna pass it over to Kevin. He got more detailed breakdown.
You gotta get to the other brothers first.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting on 10 minutes to pass.
Gotcha. How did you feel about the Avowed? What did you feel? I guess was the best Xbox part of the presentation that you like? Go ahead.
So me knowing how they present stuff. Sometimes even the gameplay can be pre-rendered. It's not actual gameplay. It's just like a proof of concept.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really going to believe anything until somebody's actually playing it with a control or on PC. I'm really skeptical about that sort of stuff. That being said, though, Avowed actually takes place in the same world as Pillars of Eternity, which was a top-down kind of RTS game.
Gotcha.
I still haven't bought it, but I've played a little bit of it on someone else's computer, and I loved it. So, as far as story-wise, it's going to be very rich in what is it called? Rich in lore.
Lore, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
So you're going to have a lot to read, a lot to experience and whatnot. And then, I feel like Avowed is the Elder Scrolls that we wanted like a couple years ago.
Gotcha.
It looks like what Elder Scrolls like is supposed to look like as a next gen title.
Gotcha.
We haven't seen anything of Elder Scrolls 6, but now we have something to compare to.
2029 for that joint to come.
Right, like it's still cooking in the oven, but we got this, and I'm like,
they're laughing. I'm not. I'm on y'all ass with that.
But yeah, that's all I can say is I'm excited for it.
Gotcha. Did you get a chance to check anything out for the Xbox presentation, Steven? Or
I don't do Xbox.
oh, what? I'm all around gamer,
Yes.
so I do whatever. But go ahead, Kevin. You got it now. Oh, we
After the
get
Xbox.
We had 10 minutes or
Step
so.
over here, he's gonna burst into
We gotta
flames.
All right, cool. So I had to watch for pod work because y'all asked. I watched the entirety of both presentations. Right now, granted, your taste is your taste. Avowed was one of the games again that looked like almost everything else. That ain't my issue with what you asked, Eddie. My issue is that Starfield comment. Because everybody, well, if you don't know, you're going to learn today that fuck Bethesda. Right? Like, nah, straight up. And my reason for this is that I watched that whole presentation as well.
Mhm.
Right? And it's like Big G said, that's what Elder Scrolls is supposed to look like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows when Skyrim came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Bethesda.
What's up? Where y'all at?
Hey, at this point, you got to rumble me. Like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm at it, yo. Every year, well, not even every year, every 6 months when there's a direct or there's some place for you to insert yourself, you be like, hey, yo, Elder Scrolls about to be here in like 3 years or so. You know what I mean? What you about to do, Kev? I'm like, nah, Kev ain't about to do shit. Like, what's up with y'all? What's up with y'all, man? Like, yo, my kid gonna be able to, like, not even my oldest kid, like, yo, Messiah gonna be able to drive before Elder Scrolls 6 come out. She's 10 years old, yo.
It's all crazy.
Like, stop playing with me, man. Yeah, yo, like, hey, yeah, let's get to the next one.
I got you.
If I really get mad.
I got
Yo.
you. All right, so Michael Connors writes, Fable looks promising. Let's hope they don't drop the ball on this one. What you guys thinking? It was a cinematic trailer, so I mean, we didn't see nothing. Basically, did they show gameplay?
There was like little bits and pieces of gameplay, but it was all pre-rendered.
Right.
You can tell it was all pre-rendered.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I can't judge anything. The cinematic trailer looked awesome. I mean, that could be with any game, whatever. So okay. I mean, we'll see. How you feeling, Kevin? Or you want to go with everybody else first?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Steve. Oh, did you see it? Oh, you're not at. Well, wait a minute. That's gonna be Xbox. Boo. Go ahead, Gabe. What you think?
Fable. I mean, the same thing I said with Avowed. I need to see actual, like, real, tangible gameplay. They didn't really touch on what the story's supposed to be like. They just had an A-list actor, you know, and then that look that the character that the female character looked like the chick who voices Ellie in the Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, is she going to be the main character? Are we not going to be able to like make our own characters?
No, I'm pretty sure that's going to be because the last one, well, you could pick a guy and a girl, right? Yeah. And then you could customize how they look or something like that.
But, you know, what if they're deciding to go away from that? And
that's true too. Okay, I got you. Because we don't know.
Yeah, why are you presenting Fable this way? You know, when Fable's like one of those things that we kind of make it our own as a player. So, you know, I got to see more. I got you.
So I'm going to say this: if Diablo 4 can knock it out of the park with the customization, I'm talking about like more recent games, because I like it. I like the customization. We will be talking about Diablo 4. I was able to play at least 2.5 hours in of it. I feel like if they can do it, I mean, Fable should be able to have no issues with it. I mean, you next gen, so I mean, it should be no problem. So, but go ahead, Kev. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say the Diablo comment. If you really want to play a real Diablo game, Path of Exile.
Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. Is that just PC or is that?
I think they have it on PlayStation as well.
Okay,
Path of Exile. It's like Diablo 2, but on steroids.
Ah, gotcha. That sounds fantastic.
It's great. And then they announced Path of Exile 2. So
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, was that which presentation was that
I
one?
think it was Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with all
I
the
didn't know
games.
I was looking at.
The Path of Exile.
Yeah. I haven't played it, so.
Yeah. Well, I recommend it if you can play it.
That's what's up. Y'all heard it here first. Well, somewhere, but on YouTube here. Well, go ahead, bro.
Xbox with more of the same shit. I'm really thinking that y'all playing with me like individually. Like, yo, y'all are really messing with my loyalty, yo. Now that said, the cinematic trailer for Fable was, man. So we got a whole lot of wait and see. Like Xbox, I've said this out loud. I've said this on pod, so I'm on the record for saying, I hate to go back to this game. If Starfield doesn't do what they're intending, y'all got to take Xbox behind the shed and shoot it.
Yeah,
Because that's where we at now. Like, y'all admitting in open court that y'all have lost the console wars, which is the most embarrassing shit I've ever heard in my life, being an Xbox fan. And now you're banking on this Starfield was introduced way back when they were still having in-person E3s, right?
I think so. Yeah.
It's been that long. Like, I know Fat Dog wasn't born, and I know Messiah wasn't in school yet. So Starfield has been something in the making for a very long time. Yeah. So if they drop that, it doesn't matter what anything else does. Of course, you're gonna have niche fans who collect Xboxes or go to these retro stores and all that. But the fact is, man, is that like, yo, Xbox don't really give us nothing to go on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, we appreciate your questions, Joe, but we fans like how y'all feel. Well, except for Big Jacks, we fans like how y'all fans like. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a bit more angry because.
And this is the reason why.
Whatever. I'm an all-around gamer, so
disappointed fans.
Right?
Nah,
you understand?
So
I'm crying in the shower like Russell Man and shit.
I'm gonna use a Dragon Ball Super reference. You funny.
Weeping like tucked in the shower.
I'm gonna use a Dragon Ball Super fan. So
no, it just can't be. No, this can't be. This can't be. This can't be.
I'm gonna use a Dragon Ball Super reference. So Microsoft is either gonna be Champa or Beerus at the jump, either because they're either thinking that if they're Hit and what's the other one they were baking on that Champa was baking on, Hit and what was the big yellow bear? I forgot his name. Was it them two? Because you watch Dragon Ball Super?
I stopped watching it after Z.
Oh, okay. You know, Super is the original creator of Dragon Ball, and he doesn't count GT.
Okay.
That had nothing to do with the original creator.
So it's not canon.
Yeah, no. Super is canon. GT's not.
GT's not.
Yeah, yeah, because he didn't do GT. Gotcha. And what I didn't know, this is another fact. I didn't know that he didn't do all of the other movies. His movies are the ones that just came out. The Dragon Ball Super, the Super Hero one, and then the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie that came out not too long ago. Mm-hmm. Because the Broly that they did in the other movies, that had nothing to do with the original writer. I did not know that. He was like, now let me show you how Broly's supposed to be in my jump. I'm gonna tell you this now. Now I know we getting off a little bit, but I gotta tell you, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Did you see that movie?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, I got it on Blu-ray. If you want to check it out, I got you. Like, yeah, that movie is awesome to the point that Goku and Vegeta, you saw the movie, right? Dragon Ball Broly, Dragon Ball Super. Oh yeah, of course. So it's so small, but it's so enriching to me when I see Vegeta and Goku is hopping. This nigga is ready. Like, he's like, yo, I remember watching this song. He was like, yo, Goku is ready to go in. He won't even, like, and then you saw Vegeta. Listen, man, listen. I remember seeing this. I took Junior to go see this. I was more hyped than Junior because Broly punched Vegeta. Vegeta chilling. They fighting in the snow, mind you. And Vegeta he's smiling at us. He's going to punch him in the chest. Vegeta looking like this. He saw it. He took that chunk. I was like, bro, let's go, man. Like, I was like, these are my dudes. Vegeta and Goku are my dudes all day. But you gotta have the opposite ends of each other, whether it's Vegeta, Goku, Iron Man, Captain America, Batman, Superman. You gotta have it's always the two that always make what the rest of the team is. They are the supreme leaders, if you want to call it, that you always have, which I really love. But just seeing the energy that Goku had, to fight Broly, and even when you see that more in the shows, and I was talking about, the choice, because Beerus had this guy, you remember, what's his name? That he faked and lied and said he was the strongest, and he was this little scrawny dude with a big head, with these little nipples, like, whoop, whoop. And I was like, bro. And he was like, yeah, and he kept teasing, but he was banking on Goku and Vegeta to actually win him the contest.
Right.
So the reason I use the reference of Microsoft is like Microsoft, Xbox, and Starfield is his Vegeta and Goku. Hopefully it'd be his Vegeta and Goku, and not his Hit and whatever else. Because that fight was crazy between Hit and Goku. I don't know, it's on the recent, but go ahead.
I have a Dragon Ball question.
Okay.
Is it true that like those episodes actually take place in like a day? There's a fan theory that like the whole fight with Frieza happened in a day.
That, yes. Not the other competitions and all of this stuff. Because there's a lot that happens in Super. Like from the whole Black Goku thing, the contest that we talking about the smaller contest between Lord Beerus and Lord Champa. Then you have the big one, which is what's the most powerful one? Zeno? Is what? Yeah, him. And you got that whole big contest where all the universes come in.
That was only an hour.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And that's when Goku used what's called
minutes.
Yeah, it was called Ultra Instinct, which was crazy. I'm interested in seeing how that progresses, because I want to see if Vegeta goes to the Saiyan planet and actually becomes King Vegeta.
I'm not spoiling anything if y'all haven't read it.
Oh, I haven't read it. I'm waiting for the show. Well, if you already read it, we'll chop it up.
I'm not.
Gotcha. Let's go ahead. I'm sorry, because we can talk Dragon Ball all day. Talk about Dragon Ball all day.
I'm not a Vegeta fan, but Vegeta get busy.
Yeah, that's my dude, bro.
Yeah,
him and Goku.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to your question. Sorry. Seeker from Under writes, Are they really making a Last Ronin TMNT game in the same tone as God of War? If so, that I don't guess, but that S is going to be fire. Yeah, whatever. So that crap is going to be fire. Yes. Okay. So, I've heard, I don't know if it's a rumor, so you two probably know better than me.
They confirmed it.
They are working on it, and it's going to be in that same type of tone.
Yeah,
that's going to be crazy. You read that story, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to be.
I like comic book TMNT more than the cartoons. Cartoons have a like warm place in my heart as a kid, but when I read the comics, I was like, why aren't we getting gritty TMNT?
I said the same thing.
My guy.
The grittiest one was crazy because the grittiest one is not even a live action one. It literally was called. It wasn't called. It was literally called TMNT. It was an animated movie that came out a few years back. It was a lot more serious.
Oh, yeah,
it was a very animated one. I think that it could have been before Nickelodeon got it. Before they bought the rights to the Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Hey, Nick, Nickelodeon. You right up behind Bethesda. Stop playing with me, yo.
Yeah, they're very, because we got to review this Mutant Mayhem, and I really don't want to see it. I really don't want to go.
None whatsoever.
Oh man, and we want to review it.
Like I watched
movie.
Seth
Rogen.
Is it Seth Rogen?
Yeah, he's the. You talking about
he's like one of Bebop or
Rocksteady or whatever like that.
But, they were showing it off, and I was like, why do they have so many like enemies in this one?
Yeah.
How are they gonna tell a story with all of them enemies, all of them bad guys in one movie?
And yeah, exactly.
And like I don't like what's the runtime gonna be on that thing?
Yeah,
it should be like 90 minutes.
Yeah, and it's like, and they made a comment. They was like, they really, they're called teenagers, but we really had a movie that made them, be like teenagers. And I'm like, well.
Don't give a shit.
Yeah, but at the same point in time, okay, look, I'm not trying to show my age, but I'm going to say this. So when the first live action Mutant Ninja Shooters came out, I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody says. That to me was literally the best live action movie.
Yo, I've been.
Was so. Oh, go ahead.
No, I've been looking for ways to remember. You remember when like they lost like the fight or whatever? And April is like narrating what everybody's doing in the farmhouse.
Yo,
that's one of my favorite moments in all of cinema.
Yo, thank
she's
you.
Like, yeah, where the turtles suffered their first real defeat. yo, my heart dropped. Like I got beat up. Like
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
and you saw
like,
Raphael take on like half of the role himself. They threw him in there, and then like because the thing about it is, I'm like, so like they haven't really been teenagers. I'm like, bro, they act like teenagers when they were fighting,
right.
But then they got serious when old dude. When I remember this vividly because I love that movie. When the Foot Clan used the axe, he cut the wire and it started the fire. The music changed, it got serious, and then that's when you saw Leonardo's face. Everybody changed. I was like, bro, this is it. They was going in. Michelangelo got serious too. Like it was just like, and it was like all the foot players were coming in and they fighting with this and that. They was like, come on, we gotta get Raphael out of here. And we was like, come on, go. And Casey was like, go ahead. They had Casey in the job. I was like, yo, this is it. Y'all haven't topped nothing. None of that. You haven't topped that
at all.
No.
I think Nickelodeon is preying on the success that the NES games had, and is forgetting that TMNT is like way more than those games.
Exactly.
Like Turtles in Time is classic and like one of the best. The TMNT fighting game also loved it.
Yeah.
But like it's not all cartoony. Like it's dark. Like their green skin is less saturated. It's dark, gritty, like a Batman.
Yeah, it is.
They team up with Batman at one point.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Did you see that animated movie though? Did you see it?
I didn't.
Oh, of course. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So listen. All right. For a second, I got to nerd out on this real quick.
Please do.
Real quick.
Please do.
That fight scene between Shredder and Batman.
I saw the fight scene.
Yo,
I saw the fight scene.
I'm just literally talking choreographing. Yeah. Bro, I was sitting there watching. I was like, bro, I had to run it back. The hand-to-hand. I was like, bro, they were both whipping the crap out of each other. Yeah. Like I was just like, because Batman was like, you're not gonna get me, and Shredder was like, you ain't gonna get me. So I mean, what you want to do? Like all day until he hit him with that move. But then at the same point in time, that drained some of his life energy or whatever like that. So he was like weakened after doing that. Batman was like, yo, what the heck I got hit with? I went crazy with that jump, bro. Yeah, I'm like, bro, well, you want to say something about it? Go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm trained in Koga-Ryu and Jiu-Jitsu, dog. So
that's what's up.
Some of that stuff looked like that, but
it's
two different. Okay, so the folks that Batman learned from, I imagine, were the Bujicon folks. Anybody get on this video that's part of them, y'all can deal with me. We can run it, whatever. But there's another side that like is that branched off from that, kind of like the Lin Kuei and all of them from Mortal Kombat. Mm-hmm. So there's a reason why Batman lost, and that's why like the technique and the specifics of what it was that they were doing. Batman was supposed to lose that fight. You looking at Batman? Batman knows like what 125 martial arts, right?
You don't know that one.
Yeah, right. He caught the fade off of Shredder, and Shredder only has one school of teaching. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, crazy.
But I read a fan theory about that fight, and what they suggested was that Batman was going soft on him to see how strong Shredder actually was, like testing him and stuff.
He gonna fuck around.
Yeah, because I know a lot of times Batman take hits, so he can figure out what he need to do and strategically.
I'm gonna have to watch that again because a lot of times when Batman does that, his body language is really telling.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to identify it in the fight. I don't remember that being that because we all know Shredder is down.
Each other. Yeah.
I thought it was interesting because Batman is like a masochist. Like he's like, all right, I'm gonna see what you got.
Right. He likes bleeding from the mouth.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I understand when people be like the Marvel fans.
They better put him down though.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe that was like, is this the best he's got? Like I'm gonna get him next time type thing.
Around, ain't gonna be on next time.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Because Shredder definitely looked like he wanted to send Buddy to the upper room.
Yeah. But my thing is like, that's why I always hate when Marvel fans be like, oh, who would win, Iron Man or Batman? They be like, oh, Iron Man. I'm like, bro, Iron Man's not touching Batman by a mile, bro. Like, leave that alone. Like, there's no way. And I always go back to Under the Red Hood, beginning of Under the Red Hood. Y'all seen that animated movie, right?
Which one?
Under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood.
Batman. That's when he.
Jason Eccles was the Red Hood voice.
Right. I think I caught a couple episodes, but I didn't.
No. It was a full length movie. It was an animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Came out 2009
or 8. About then?
No, there's a
movie.
And then there's the Death in the Family joint. That's like broke up episodic.
Okay.
Like where you have different paths you can take in the movie.
Gotcha.
And then the Red Hood is featured on the Titan show too. The live action.
Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. But I always refer to that because Nightwing. I'll talk about this. So the opening of that, Nightwing just happened to help him. Batman was like, okay, because I mean, he literally raised dick. So it's like, okay, so he want to hang out with me. All right, cool. And then they stopped these guys, and these guys were trying to, I guess, steal this for somebody else, which was they found out was the Amazo machine. Amazo machine has all the powers of the Justice League. So this machine came to life. This nigga shooting out Superman beams and flying and stuff. And Batman's like, okay. And he calmly like, all right, studying this and the third. And yes, okay, people want to use he fought him before. But still, at the same point in time, Batman fought him before, but he had a different suit fighting him. What I'm saying is he had his regular tactical suit. And of course, Nightwing he told Nightwing what to do. He didn't really need Nightwing. But at the same point in time, they took out the Amazo machine in a matter of minutes. You mean to tell me that
the same weak points as a human being?
Exactly. So what I'm saying is like, so this whole Iron Man, because you got to understand something. Batman, like you were just saying, he studies folks. All Iron Man's, I always say this, that night, if it's a night that comes, Iron Man got his regular whatever suit, Batman's going to watch the crap out of him. He's just going to study him. He's going to be, Jarvis, XYZ. And Batman's just going to be looking. And like you said, he's going to probably take a couple of blasts, act like he's falling and tripping. He's going to be all right. So take him out of seconds for this blast. Okay, this, that, and the third. Look like the power source in this chest. This, that, and the third. And he just going to do a couple of things, throw a battle ray, whatever like that, knock out his blasters. Because he can't fight. Iron Man can't fight. He literally...
Whoa. We're not doing that.
What are you talking about, Iron Man?
Don't do Iron Man like that.
No, I'm talking about compared to Batman or Captain America.
Yeah, Cap trained him in the comics.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm talking about like, but in Civil War the comic and in the Civil War movie, Captain America beat the crap out of Iron Man.
Oh, so we're talking about cinematic universe, Tony?
I'm talking both.
Both of them.
Both. He got his hand. He got his butt. What? Okay, so in the comic book, a vision came out the ground, and Iron Man's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it, Captain America. Don't worry. No, you talking all that stuff." Vision put his hand through Iron Man's suit. He took none of the strength. He had all the strength of the suit. So all the strength of picking up stones and doing all that stuff, he still had all that, but he didn't have Jarvis. He disabled Jarvis. He disabled his blasters. So since you want to talk, John, so go ahead and fight. You got all the strength. Captain America beat the crap out of him, bust open his mask and everything. Was like, so what you gonna do? You ain't doing nothing. And then even in the movie. He, such and such. And I know Winter Soldier was kind of helping him this and the third, but then he blew off his arm. Captain America still beat the crap out of him. He was like Friday, scaring his movements. He had Friday, Captain America still beat the crap out of him. Let's get out of here, bro. Anyway, let me move on because I get hot about that. I'm just saying, like, no, Iron Man's not beating Batman. So go ahead. No. Let's go. We gotta get through some of these questions. Okay, where's my money? Which is funny. Where's my buddy writes, the Netflix live action Airbender is looking okay. I saw they dropped the new images. I am loving the look of Aang for sure. 8 episodes, 1 hour. 1 hour. You're funny. Okay. The Netflix live action Airbender is looking okay. I saw that they dropped the new images. I am loving the look of Aang for sure. 8 episodes, 1 hour and change long. Let's see what they got. What you guys think of the images? It did look good.
Okay, so for the record, M. Night Shyamalan is not messing with this, right?
No, he's not. No. This is straight Netflix, bro. Netflix was like,
he has no parts to this, so we're good.
Yeah, no. They're saying it's going to be on a level of Stranger Things as far as like quality, stories, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, if y'all doing it on that level, then I got faith. It does look good. The images look great. I mean, like I said, it's just images. I'm not saying it's going to be good. I'm just we want to see.
They said that about Cowboy Bebop.
But that's an anime though.
I know, but then what is?
Because it's American. I don't. It's not from Japan. It's not from Japan.
No, but a lot of people will call it an anime.
No. What was the issue with Cowboy Bebop? Because I had a lot of
the live action, not the he's talking about the live action thing.
But I heard it was a lot of success from the live action, though, and they canceled it. So what was the issue? Was it something behind the scenes with the writers? Or
man, you got like 2 or 3 hours?
No, because I heard a lot of feedback from it. People was like, "Oh, they're not renewing the season." It was like a lot of people was heartbroken because It was that bad?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's that bad. We talked about it on pod the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Leave anime alone.
Yeah, live action. Yeah, we talking about because they had the
Yeah.
One Piece trailer.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's just
Just
like
leave anime alone.
To give
Speaking of that,
give you like one brief example, they held on to Spike's past way too hard. When Spike's past was only like what 2-3 episodes of the whole anime.
So they kind of try to
Was
revolve
it 2 or
around
3
it?
episodes?
It was like the whole last arc.
Because you had Jet's arc, you had Faye's arc, and then when they found Ed,
they were giving drops of Spike throughout the show and everybody else's, and then at the end it comes to a head. But for that to be like the first season,
yeah,
that's definitely a problem cinematically.
Right,
Like,
right.
but
That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh yeah, that's definitely tragic.
the whole first season is all Spike
It's not
for the most part. It's not supposed to be.
Okay,
So that's what he.
And what they did to Jet,
oh wow,
look, man, what they did to Jet. Jet didn't have a kid.
Right.
He was just a straight old detective. You know, like retired detective, not by choice. You know,
He got a badass actor to play him.
I know he did
Crazy.
a great job, dude. Missed potential. I
Right.
loved him. He
Just
even talked like Jet. I was
Right.
like, what did you just pop out of the cartoon?
They did him ugly for Bushmaster too.
Yeah, I feel like they should have learned when they tried to do Dragon Ball Evolution, and it just.
That wasn't Netflix though.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about like just trying to translate, and I don't really see anybody successfully transferring anime over to live action.
Rurouni Kenshin's done well.
But that was done
That's
by
not
like
that-
a Japanese.
Yeah, that's
crew,
not
though.
Netflix.
Yeah,
though.
okay, I got
But
you.
like Rurouni Kenshin, like the way that because sword fighting is like sexy, and then like the dialogue in Rurouni Kenshin is like in the toilet. So so you don't lose a story there. You know what I mean? So long as the sword strikes and the movement is fluid, yeah, you go be all right.
Gotcha.
Now,
what do you think about the pictures, the images, and
pretty much, man. Like I'm so over this shit. Okay, so I don't really care for Aang, but respect to M. Night Shyamalan.
No,
the kid that played
No.
Aang in his movie is from here, so he'll always have and he's a legit martial artist, so he'll always have my respect. The problem with M. Night Shyamalan is that he thought that he was making the entire series in one movie, or at least the parts that he cared about from the series in one movie. Now, if he had planned 3-4 movies, this probably would have been a better end product. Now, this Netflix rendition, it looks good, but like y'all, I'm holding out.
Yeah,
we gonna see.
The other thing I did
Don't get
love
the
about
hopes
the M. Night Shyamalan was the choreographing of that was beautiful. I loved how they did that, and especially the best one was the stone one.
Right.
Like when they finally was like, "Yo, let's get up out of this," and then they worked together. It reminded me of like what was the fraternities and stuff when they doing the what it was like something yard and stuff like that. I was like, man, it's so beautiful. Besides that was the real thing I love. But let's go to move on.
That was it. Nothing else.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. Oh, did you see the images for the live action Airbender? What you think? You just waiting to see if it goes? Okay. We'll wait for a trailer.
I'm waiting to see it so I can compare.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like images that really don't do nothing for me. I need to see
some stuff.
Where they gonna go with it?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So
all right. So Dig Trio writes. Now let's try to keep this one down to 30 minutes. The catastrophic catastrophe of the Lord of the Rings game Golem was just a crap show. Didn't know if I could cuss in the show, but what you guys think of it made it fall apart, bro. We couldn't even, and I know Gabe could probably go in hours for this, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. That thing
ain't nothing sweet about it.
That thing
ain't nothing sweet about it.
Okay, and I think we had talked about this off camera before, but I'm like, I don't, and I'm not knocking the Golem character or whatever, but I'm like, even if y'all wanted to have, to me, that's more like a segment part of a larger Lord of the Rings game. Yeah, or something like that. I'm like, y'all got all these rich characters, dialed in different backgrounds and all this other stuff. No, you see that little big head,
Ah,
bro? We're gonna build a whole RPG. Hours of like, why? Why do we have hours in hidden caves? I'm like, bro, no. Go ahead, man. That's like doing a whole Pokemon game. Like, don't know. We're gonna use Brock. Everything hours and hours of forget all the other characters. I'm like, bro, because what makes the Pokemon games good is that he interacts with other characters. There's other things they can do that, and Brock is not gonna go get the 8 badges now. He's just gonna walk around
and hit on ladies.
Yeah. I don't know. Go ahead, y'all. Y'all talk, man. What do y'all go for? Is that game will this thing?
So I wrote down here in my notes
Go
that
ahead.
It really does feel like somebody swindled an entire development team to make a passion project game, and then he abandoned it, and the execs didn't want to take a loss, so they just shipped it however it was. And so it's like, whatever, we'll get back whatever we can from whoever's an idiot enough to buy this
game.
It's trashware, man. It's trashware.
Great
Go ahead, Kev. Oh, you already said it for you. Let's move on. Yeah, we don't want to.
I think
You don't want to give it too much light.
Look, it'll resurface the same way that Shrek resurfaced as a meme. It's going to be like this weird niche thing that it's like funny to play it. It's like ironically funny to play it, but it's still trashware.
Hey, yo, like I tossed 30 hours at Lord of the Rings. Told him, yo, like, nah, yo.
Nah, bro.
That's
man.
taking up space on my hard drive.
It is taking up. That's crazy. All right, so the Arkham Knight writes, a friend of mine showed me you guys' Transformers review vid, and it was absolutely hilarious and quite informative. I don't read many comics. I am mainly a gamer, but I am interested in starting. In you guys' opinion, where should I start? What is you guys' favorite game recently released? Mine are the Arkham games from Rocksteady, hence the name LOL. We definitely appreciate your question. We're glad that you watched our Transformers review.
Much love.
Yeah, definitely. Where to start? So we talk about this all the time. Like, it's a lot of number ones out there, but to me, and this, this is my opinion. I've always said this. Right now, between the major ones, which is DC and Marvel, DC is doing number ones way better. They're doing, because it's like we even talked about the Hal Jordan one, the Green Lantern one, how it's like you don't have to be like, oh, well, he found the ring, this alien died. Like, it's not a whole back. Like they gave you enough to understand who he is, understand his personality, a little bit of his backstory, a little bit of mystery. Who's the guy with the hood in the back, and then still, getting into it. And I think that a lot of the number ones that DC are doing are the best. So if you want to jump in, I feel like jumping in right now with some of the number ones that you see in comics now with DC, I think it's the perfect time to jump in. I mean, but you talking about diving in deep. I got like they'll tell you, I got boxes and boxes of comics upstairs. So
we helped move them.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah. So yeah. So I appreciate y'all. So yeah, but that's, to me, that having to dive into a whole nerd fest, that's basically where to start. If you go into a comic book store, a lot of the number ones that you see, because even because right now we're going to end up reviewing the Green Lantern number 2 right now. So number 1 is still out, so you'll see a lot of them. Go ahead, Kev. Anything you want to say?
Okay, so
I forgot another part of the question. He said, "Ask what kind of game." Actually, the best game I've been playing like recently, as of right physically now, is Diablo 4. I love that game. That thing is awesome.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Sorry.
Comics, right? So you want to ask yourself, like, do you have any favorite characters in any other media first? Like, do you watch any shows, or have you seen any movies that you like? That's a good way to start, especially if you're on the DC side. Like Dre said, DC is really killing with the storytelling right now.
Too bad they can't transfer it to the movies, though.
Right.
Well, they're rebooting for 2025, so we'll check and see what James Gunn and Peter Safran got.
We're already all the way in.
My bad, I almost lost my.
I'm just giving them. We'll see. I'm just got a question mark.
If you watched or listened to enough pods, you know how I feel about James Gunn. I'll just leave that at that. But find a character that you like, and then go on your comic book journey that way. Now, as far as gaming goes, I don't do much modern current gaming. I'm kind of stuck. I'm a prisoner of nostalgia.
OG.
Like, I'm playing Pokemon Yellow currently. But what I will say is that Diablo 4 is what I'm hearing head and shoulders above everything else. With
facts.
With Street Fighter 6 being a distant second.
Elden Ring, of course. Fantasy 16 just dropped. Forgot somebody does has a question about that later. But that just dropped not too long ago.
Yo, nerds are eating right now. So just do your thing, yo. Just pick one. Like even if you don't go in no gaming shop, so just go in Walmart and just blindfold, spin around 7 times, and pick something up.
Go ahead.
So I'm a fan of the classics as far as like comic books are concerned. So if you wanted to try something that was already established, the first one I have it's a manga. It's Berserker. Like you can get the whole trade paperback and just go from the beginning to the end. Do not watch the movies first and the series first. Read the books. And then anything Alan Moore writes, I love. The Watchmen, Batman, The Killing Joke.
Yep.
And then Neil Gaiman, The Sandman. The Sandman's actually like part of like DC canon because it takes place alongside John Constantine. So that's another ring you could go through with John Constantine. The Lucifer show is also based off of the Lucifer from the comic book Sandman. So like you could go down that whole thing. And then his novels, Good Omens, American Gods.
Amazing shows.
They're shows too. So, you can watch them if you want. But as far as games are concerned, Final Fantasy 14 is a default for me because I've been playing since 2010 when it was open beta. And then I've put in like 353 hours into Cyberpunk 2077. So I'm excited for
that new download. Crazy.
I'm excited for Phantom Liberty. I'm excited to work with Idris.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they pretty much remade the whole game. From what I'm reading, they touched every single area of the game to where it's a completely new experience. I deleted my save in anticipation for this.
Yeah, because I have Cyberpunk 2077 on my Xbox upstairs. I know it was a big download update that came out. They fixed a lot of stuff. Of course, Witcher 3 to this date is still one of the best RPG games of all time. Like, and it's literally, I still haven't beat that game. I've all the time that I've had the game, I probably got maybe 40 something hours in. I ain't nowhere near beat that game. So like,
look, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to tell you how many hours I put into The Witcher 3. It got to the point where I was like in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, man, let me go beat this game. I've been playing this way too long.
Yeah, like it's always on this other side. So as soon as you go to a new city, can you help me?
Yeah.
So you like, could be worth something. You like, okay, fine, because I may need a new sword or a new chess piece or whatever like that. Anything you want to recommend, Steven? Or you got what's up?
Comic book wise, Judgment Day for Marvel.
What? Get out of here, bro. I had to register what he said. That's a trash. We said, you read Judgment Day?
You see, I didn't even look up. I won't entertain that shit.
Just visual noise. That's all it is. Yeah. You know nothing about what's going on. Why is Wolverine over there with one of the Eternals? Like, don't ask why. He's just there. It's the absolute worst. Listen, you good, bro.
Next question.
Look, the next question pisses me off just as much, man.
Scott B. Wright, loving the podcast. Quick question. You guys think Star Wars can make a grand comeback on the big screen? I haven't loved their movies, to be honest.
I got one.
Go ahead, I'll let you go first.
When Kathleen Kennedy either dies or gets fired, that's when Star Wars.
It is a big rumor that after, because they were waiting for Indy 5, waiting a couple of months, and she's going to be like, creative, other things that she wants to handle and do, and she's going to quietly, leave out, because there's other things that I need to explore in the producing realm.
As long as she's gone. I hope they get it to Dave Filoni.
Yeah, because here's the thing. How did you greenlight a trilogy and did not know where you wanted to go? They changed the last movie 4 times to the point that she's whose granddaughter now? That won't even nowhere
She's
near
her own
nothing.
granddaughter.
Nothing.
What pissed me off at the end? She decides to call herself Skywalker. Bitch, you ain't a Skywalker.
Yo, that joke was crazy. The last
Sorry
Skywalker.
about spoilers. You should have watched it already.
Oh yeah, that movie. Don't watch it because it's like, and then the opening scroll. What's his name? Palpatine's back for reasons unknown.
Look, Mark Hamill even said that his Luke wouldn't have done half the shit that she wrote into that thing.
Yeah.
It's like, why would Luke do this? And they just told him, don't worry about it.
Yeah, just go. It's okay.
Like, at that point, Mark Hamill was just there to get a paycheck.
Yeah,
man.
at that point. Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
Zoom in.
I don't have those features up here.
So you, Mr. Noopers?
Got a blood vessel like building right there in the corner.
About to pop.
Leave well enough the fuck alone. Star Wars, the only thing that you can do for Star Wars is to make cartoons and make series. And the reason why I say that, and I want to insult the general public as much as possible with this next statement. The people that are like casuals, not fans and whatnot.
Right.
Like, y'all don't have the attention span for what Star Wars requires anyway. So, no disrespect to the person that asked the question. Like, this isn't them, but I'm referring to them like having to make money, so they have to be cognizant of the general audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we know for a fact we are in the comic business. We know that the fans are like 5 seconds off in La La Land and shit. We know you like. As a fan of Star Wars for a very long time, the general audience yelling the way that they do is going to prevent a good movie from actually being made, because they have to care more about your yelling than our fandom.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's tragic, and that's where good cinema dies at.
Yep.
So to answer your question, I'm good on Star Wars cinema for now until something changes.
Did y'all what?
Yeah.
No,
it's a PC thing.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Y'all
PC
both love Logan, right? The movie Logan that came
Absolutely.
out. Yeah.
It
was trash.
It,
No,
it was.
Well, hold up.
It was by far the best like X-Men related movie they've made.
So did you? So the statement that you saw did it make you mad? So the guy that directed, it was James Mangold. He directed a new Indiana Jones. So he was asked about because I didn't know he was developing a Boba Fett movie. So it wasn't supposed to be the show.
Right.
That show thing had nothing to do with him. But he said the reason why I didn't get greenlit, basically what you were talking about, it was an R-rated, gritty like Logan storyline of Boba Fett. They was like, oh, this ain't gonna go well with the fans. Like it gotta be PG-13. Bro, give me my Boba Fett that's rated R. I want that. I was so mad when I read that. I was like, bro, come on, man.
There are so many novels that were written for Star Wars that were considered canon that Kathleen Kennedy just threw out the window.
Yep.
Boba Fett is like gritty, like in the underbelly of the galaxy. There's like brothels, there's gambling, there's drugs. Like that part, they don't want to touch it because they want to, cater to kids. And I'm like
he's a bounty hunter.
What do you want him to do?
The Batman of the freaking Star Wars universe.
Can you give up, please? Give up. Like, what?
I'm asking you politely, can you please stand down?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, get your motherfucking ass on the floor. And I'm like, no,
your father, who you got your DNA from, would shake his head at you.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Django Fat.
Yeah, that because I love that that whole thing. That's really the only thing I loved about episode 2 was that whole fight and then the whole thing with he's fighting Obi-Wan, and then of course and everybody. And some people was like, well, I don't understand how Master Windu was able to just cut his head off. I'm like, he's Master Windu. Like, I mean, like, what are you talking about? You act like he got killed by a random robot. Like he was just out there, the random robot shot him in the head, and he's like, oh, I died. No, he's literally. What was the statement? Somebody, what was the? He was like as powerful as wise as Master Yoda and as powerful as Mace Windu. Right. Master Windu. Yes, he got killed by. Django Fett versus. Come on, bro. No, you're not beating Samuel L. Jackson. Sorry. Come on, let's go. Purple lightsaber. Let's go, bro. You're not doing that. So anyway, let's go ahead and go to the next question.
Did they say Mace Windu had like the hardest style of laser suit?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you call almost died. If it weren't for daggone Anakin, it wouldn't have been no 4, 5, and 6 movies. It would have been 1, 2, and there wouldn't have been no 3. Well, it was 3, and that was the third one.
Well, look,
but
he fought Anakin as Darth Vader and won in the and I think it's Legends or whatever. They did a Mace Windu cartoon where he's investigating something, and Darth Vader happens to be there, and they fight, and he survives.
Which one survived?
Mace Windu.
Oh, okay. Dang, that's crazy. All right, that's another thing. Let's go ahead and try to get some more questions. Hashtag games are my life writes. Cool podcast question. Lies of P game. What you fellas thinking? Look okay. I mean, that probably ain't.
That.
Oh, it ain't really my wheelhouse. But I'll let y'all handle it. Go ahead. I'll let y'all tackle that question real quick.
So. The one thing I hate about corpos, and I'm using cyberpunk terms, but corpos, corporations. But when a genre comes out, it's brand new, it's great, they see money, they don't see anything else, and they decide to take any IP that they have and like, let's make a Souls-like. Well, why don't we make this a Souls-like instead of what we originally had? Lies of P would have been a great comic or a great novel even, or show. But like, I have notes here. When you stagger an enemy in most of these games, it's called stagger. They decided to rename it groggy. When you make your enemy groggy. And I'm like, what the fuck? They pulled Sekiro's like arm thing right out of the game. Like it's you have like this Legionnaire arm, and you can do like Sekiro type shit. And I'm like, why would I play that instead of I just go play Sekiro?
Exactly.
Again, and then like I don't know if you guys watched it or anything like that, but there's like a talent tree system in the game, and they call it the P organ.
Oh shoot!
And I'm like, how did that pass QA? Like, come on.
Yo, that's funny.
Anyway, it wasted potential on probably a really good story.
Gotcha.
But I guess we'll see.
Gotcha. How you feeling?
Pilot swaps. just like I talked about on the pod, man. Yeah, it's exactly what Big G just said. Yo, like they find a genre that. Okay, so if nobody understands my frustration about Fortnite,
we do.
That describes it perfectly.
We do.
What Fortnite did to gaming, I ain't got no words for it, yo. Like I think about it now, like I'm angry with my son, yo. Like because like because yo, like I got a no Fortnite rule with me.
Yeah,
like and it's not for any of the contents of the game. It's because of what it did to gaming. It's part of the reason why I'm stuck on my retros, I'm stuck on my classics, I'm stuck on my vintage. It's because when you see something that works, everybody feels the need that they have to follow that formula, or they have to incorporate something from that formula into their game that completely.
What they say? You're only looking at the money,
right? It's like yo, like I played Fortnite for 3 minutes and got mad, and that was back when it came out. Like I just want to see what was shaking, like, and
what the fuss about?
I was like, yo, like what the fuck is this?
Yeah, God of War Kratos up there flossing. I'm like,
right, you got Thanos,
I'm like, bro,
dirty. Like, yo, what are we doing, yo?
That joint,
So I was there at the ground floor. Stupid. I was there at the ground floor when Battle Royales first came out. I played PlayerUnknown's Battleground. I played
I remember that when it came out.
The Arma mod and all that stuff. It was great back then, but then Fortnite was supposed to be like a completely different game, but they came out with this like little test thing, like, oh, Battle Royales are getting great. We can probably like, cook one up real quick and get people interested. And then that was the end of the genre. Everything had to be a Battle Royale. That's for crazy. Like ever. I mean, the same thing happened with League of Legends. They had to make like like that whole genre got oversaturated.
Right.
And
Crazy.
who's left?
Quick.
League of Legends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because like when you're a loyal fan, like studios sometimes don't wait around for you. You know what I mean? So like you end up having to just get what's left at the end, and hopefully they don't get rid of what it is that you love.
True.
That's part of the reason why I'm stuck. Like, I know it's unrelated to the questions, but did you see Nintendo Direct? Did any of you see Nintendo Direct?
I saw bits and pieces of it.
When they announced Super Mario Brothers RPG again, the remake. I ain't really went apeshit for no game in a minute. Kev almost did a backflip.
Me too.
That
was
like,
my shit.
That's on my laptop, like right now. You know what I mean?
When did that?
No, I mean the old one.
Oh,
it's like,
for Super NES.
Oh, gotcha. I thought it was like a brand new.
It was made by Square Enix back when they were making games for everybody.
Yeah, when they were like that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I was going to jump to this next question. True DC fan writes, so they finally casted a brand new Superman and Lois for the Superman Legacy movie. This is exciting. I think they made great choices. What about y'all? And keep up this content and work. Melendez and Kevin are the funniest. Dre, you the hype man and the comic guy. And I hope Steven as well. Haven't seen him lately, here. But y'all keep up the good work. So we appreciate that. So they released the casting. I forgot the dude's name. I forgot his name. But he was in something from Netflix, and he looked like he's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, we're gonna see when 2025, and we got a while. So I know they probably had this in their back pocket for a couple of months. And the rumor is that one of the major trades found out who they actually were and was going to try to leak it. So they jumped the gun and was going to go ahead and let people know who the Superman Superman and Lois was. The girl, she's in the Marvelous something. Yeah.
Jumped the gun literally.
Oh, you funny?
Well, fuck
He can't keep getting away with this.
I love it.
That's stupid. Yeah. What did y'all think of the casting? Whoever, man. Whoever want to go first, go ahead.
I don't care. I don't care. I officially don't care about anything James Gunn's doing. I have no high hopes for it.
Okay.
The only thing I care about this is the only thing that would make me happy is if James Gunn actually took Green Lantern and did Jon Stewart.
Yeah, but so you already know what they're doing with the Lanterns, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so they're doing they're taking the tone and they're actually talking with some people from they actually did True Detective.
No.
They're actually doing a True Detective tone, serious tone Green Lantern series for HBO. That's just Max now. Stupid. And I always say that because that's the dumbest thing. I don't know why they call him that.
But is it Jon Stewart?
Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. They're working together.
It's a police procedural.
Yep. Both of them are working together.
And
I just want Jon Stewart. He's my Green Lantern.
Yeah, all day.
Forever.
They're going crazy.
Every day.
So when is all this supposed to be taking place?
That one ain't coming out till probably 2026.
True Detective was actually really
good. It was really good. So that's why I said when they said that, when he said that's who he's trying to get some of those people, and that's the type of tone he's going for. I was like, oh yeah, you got my attention for that. That project was going to be because nobody's really taking Green Lantern that serious except for in the comics. Mm-hmm. I have the New 52 that whole 50, bro. No, the Rebirth. I'm sorry about that. The Rebirth run 1 through 50. That I never seen 50 issues of comics that I was on edge every month to read. So good. So if it's in that type of vein, bro, we all in, bro. They did Hal Jordan and they did Jon Stewart really good, especially with Jon Stewart when he actually was able to. I forgot what he did. I think he absorbed all the willpower or something like that, and then he led the
spoiling the book.
No, I'm talking about this one. I'm talking about the Rebirth.
No, that what he did in that is covered in the end of that. Remember?
Oh, my fault. Never mind. So, all right, let me go to the next question. I'm sorry, I'm getting all ahead of myself. What did you think of the? Did you see the casting, or are you good?
I'm good.
All right, cool.
Do you have anything about
it? Oh, did you add? Oh, he said he didn't care.
No,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna describe myself.
Sorry.
Look, listen. All right. So, it's publicly noted, if you are a fan of the pod, that I do not care for the Superman character whatsoever. Now, that said, Henry Cavill deserved better.
That's my dude.
Absolutely.
So,
you know what? I'm about to throw this damn cup.
All day, bro. He killed
Like,
that role, bro.
Why though? Like,
Well, you talking about why they stopped making the movies or
bro,
deal with it?
like,
Because they got to reboot the whole thing.
but he's not old though, my guy.
Yeah, no.
Right.
No one's saying they rebooting. They're recapturing pretty much.
No,
recasting.
he's talking about like the perspective of it though.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel
They
you.
wanted to go with like a young, but he's not old. Like, he still pull it off.
Yeah, of
And
course.
he's a fan favorite. So why?
He looks like it's scary how he looks.
Thank you.
He,
understand what I'm saying?
that was one of the perfect castings, like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man.
He's
Yes.
Like, literally.
He's like
It was
Alex,
real shit.
Alex Ross.
Excuse my language.
Yeah,
Superman
exactly.
right off the screen.
Because in Iron Man 2, I mean, that movie was okay, but it was scary how he looked. Like they literally like if God took a comic book and said,
Yeah.
and then he just started walking out the page. It's like, bro, that's how he looked. I was like, bro, that was scary. But go ahead. What's that?
Nah,
Oh, did we good? All right, let's go ahead and move to the
next
next question.
question, man. About to my
Boba Warrior writes, are you guys going to review The Blackening? Because that movie was effing funny. You guys see it. So yeah, we actually had a discussion. I don't really do scary movies. I know it's like a scary comedy horror type of thing,
Scary movie.
but I don't really do scary movies. But we are going to have, some. I know he watches scary. So we're going to have them do reviews for scary movies.
Man, I ain't watching that shit.
Oh, no, okay.
I don't like
The
blackness.
funny.
I don't like blackness being
Yeah,
parodied
yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Because you did you at least see the trailer of it?
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah.
I didn't really think it was too
I saw it
funny.
in theaters and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it was like that, right?
Yeah.
That's why I ain't watching.
The only time it was ever acceptable was back in the day when they made blaxploitation
Right.
movies.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
were great,
Gotcha.
but now it's you can't really make that a joke anymore.
But I do like the talent.
Oh,
So
yeah.
respect to the talent involved.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
good cast.
but
I mean,
but like yo,
nah.
in terms of the movie existing, like nah.
Did you see it or no? Okay.
as my great friend said, I ain't watched that shit.
You funny. Pez writes, Final Fantasy 16 is just amazing. Please tell me y'all are playing it. And one of my favorite podcast crews just stopped making content all of a sudden. So it was good to find you guys. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Well, we're here.
Yeah, we're
You know what I'm
here.
saying? You know what I'm
Keep
saying?
watching. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. I haven't got. I'm so busy. There's no way I could. Final Fantasy 16 is a whole monster. I'm already trying to get through Diablo 4.
You gotta be a fan of that.
Yeah, but
But I will
no,
say
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying like that's a whole time consuming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not open world though. It's just a straight shot. Like it's just a straight game.
So they gotta wait for
They
that.
cut it in half.
They gotta wait for
It's
that.
got RPG elements, but it's like playing like a Devil May Cry game on steroids.
Oh, okay. Because I know you know how Spider-Man. It's not necessarily. I mean, it's kind of open world because you can do other little side things, but it is kind of like a linear story.
There are
something like
bigger like set pieces. Like there's still instanced areas.
Okay.
It's not open world
that. Okay.
where you can do quests in,
Okay.
but it's a straightforward like action.
Oh,
RPG
okay.
now.
That's what's
Well,
up.
yeah. I mean, if anybody y'all play or if you play it, let me know.
So-
We'll talk about it. Oh, you got notes? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Creative Business Unit 3. They're basically keeping Square Enix afloat because of Final Fantasy 14
Oh, cool.
and now 16. Yoshi P, I'm familiar with how he got started in the industry. Soken's music is on par with Nobuo Uematsu's from the original Final Fantasy. I'm waiting for because I've heard rumors that the PS5 Pro is supposed to be launching at some point.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Because there's
every month though.
yeah, there's no talk right now of 16 being ported to PC. So I'm not gonna buy a new PS5 for them to bring out the pros, So I'm waiting for that to come out.
Yeah.
But because of Creative Business Unit 3, like we've got Final Fantasy 7 because they wouldn't have had the money to make Final Fantasy 7 remake
Yes.
without
So
the money
so
from
beautiful.
14. 14
Yeah.
is like their number one money generator right now.
That's crazy. I appreciate you sharing that. So yeah, he got that informational.
See, James Gunn got your blood pressure up.
You funny. No, that would be.
If you were trying to get into Final Fantasy, this one is a really good one to get into. Because
Gotcha. Anything you wanna
it's
add?
not like the other
Oh,
ones.
what?
To hop on what Big G just said. All that bitching y'all do about turn based, you can put it to bed now. It's an action RPG. So if you wanna get into that scene, and I don't know if you want to be an undercover RPG lover or whatever, like do your thing, yo.
Well, I will add that Yoshi P respects gamers' time. So if you don't like normally play action games, he's added these trinkets in the game that allow people who are not really good at them. It'll automatically dodge and automatically block attacks for you, so that you can just play the game for the story.
Gotcha.
There's also a mode where the game's easier, but if you just want to play it for the story, then you can. So it's super accessible to everybody.
Gotcha. That's cool. All right, so we got 3 more questions before we get into secret invasion questions real quick. She calls me Mr. Incredible Rights. Whatever, man. Yo, that Flaming Hot movie on Hulu is dope. You guys watch it. I haven't seen it, but I've heard incredible things about it. Anybody seen it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, what you think? Go ahead.
I like hot Cheetos.
Of course.
I love hot Cheetos. Like I don't like hot Cheetos.
No.
It was a movie about hot Cheetos.
Yeah, it was how they actually got that Flaming Hot thing. Exactly how it made it. I heard it was actually.
Hey, yo, but here's the thing about the movie, right? It's like, yo, it's you thinking that the story obviously is weird because hot Cheetos did kind of come out of nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
The movie displays like how that actually went down. I don't know how much of the movie is superfluous or inflated or whatever. But yo, like the acting was sharp, and then they had some folks in it.
Gotcha.
But I love hot Cheetos, dog. I was curious. You know what I mean? Like I've been eating hot Cheetos since like what? Since I saw them in the store. I was going to football practice at Deer Park, and we were able to get the chips, the hot dog, and the drink either before or after practice.
That's what's up. Well, y'all heard it here. He reviewed it, so that's what's up. JJ writes, the podcast is cool. I discovered you guys on YouTube. Anyway, what you guys think of the Five Nights at Freddy's trailer? I love horror, but this thing was just bland. But what's you guys' opinion? I don't do horror, so I mean I saw the trailer though, and I mean I was like, but it's not really for me, so I don't want to speak for horror fans. I'm gonna let the horror individuals go ahead and talk about it. You go ahead first, or who?
Why?
Oh, okay.
Who asked for this?
I don't know.
Look, they made one game and it got so successful that they made like 3 or 4 other ones.
Oh, wow.
Same premise. So stupid.
Like to say, repeat that. Which was a wash, repeat.
I don't understand how you turn a game where you're sitting in front of a bunch of monitors, making sure that the monsters don't come at you and grab you from either door into a movie. Wow. Like they had to take some serious liberties. There's some lore in it, but come on, man.
Yeah, it was. I understand what he was saying was bland because I mean, even though I don't even watch horror, I was just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess. I'm like, whatever.
All right, so
there's nothing appealing.
First off, shout out to my daughter Messiah. For her getting all A's, I bought her some. What's the acronym they use? FNAF. Is that what they say?
FNAF, yeah.
Yeah. So I bought her some FNAF books out of Second and Charles. That said, baby girl, this ain't it. You won't get that ticket out of daddy. Like, nah, yo. Like,
yeah, we ain't reviewing that.
Nah, not at all.
Gotcha. Last question for the secret invasion stuff.
Whoever that is out of pocket for this last question.
Oh, Black Magneto writes, are they really doing this Tron 3 movie? Now, listen. Here's the crazy thing. When I talk about the questions, I showed Bianca. I told Bianca, I was like, "Yeah, we talking about this." She was like, "What is that?" And I was just like, "Okay." I showed her the 1980 whatever one, yeah. And she could. I'm sorry, she couldn't help but laugh. But she was like, "I understand it was technology." She was like, "Oh my god, what is that?" She was like, "I can't." So I stopped. I said, "Okay, now let me show you Tron Legacy." You talk about serious night and day, like night on one planet, day on a whole nother planet. She saw that jump, dude, the ship jumped, and you see him, yo, and then I saw her, she was like, oh, that jump was crazy. When he jumped and he created a jet out of straight neon lights and started flying, I was like, yeah, I remember I saw that jump. The movie was good. It was I wouldn't say it was like great. But I really like the what's the name? The Daft Punk sound. Mm-hmm. Gorgeous. One of the best. You're talking almost on a level. I said almost on the level like John Williams. You know what I'm saying? Like that joint was crazy. But the graphics in that jump and the way they used like the whole, fight when he threw the disc and all that stuff, crazy. But it was a serious difference. John, what's his name? The guy that was playing Joker for like 2 minutes and
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, not Joaquin Phoenix, but no,
Joaquin Phoenix isn't.
No. I'm talking about
yeah.
He was only Joker for like 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? In Suicide Squad, not the but I guess he's in it. I don't know nothing yet. I mean, graphics are going to be better.
Jared Leto and somebody else.
Yeah, they just cast it. It was a guy. He's a good actor. I think he was in one of the HBO shows.
It was a horrible Joker. That's all.
It's so funny. But yeah, what did y'all? I mean, what y'all think that because it is official? They are moving with the Tron 3. I'll let you go first.
I am a fan of the Tron series. I've been waiting on this movie for a really long time. So shout out to whoever got it greenlit. With the prominent role that AI plays in our daily lives, I think it is a movie that is really appropriate.
True.
And I also believe that y'all better go fucking watch it so we can keep getting them. I'll do something to one of y'all.
All right, so
go ahead. Oh, sorry. I was like, I thought they, did away with the whole mainframe at the end of the second one.
No, the AI got out.
Yeah, she got out, but like the rest of it,
what I imagine is going to happen is somebody's going to try to reinvent that based on the technology they have available to them. Because remember, the technology is based on what they were able to do being confined to it. Now, her being in the outside world, and then I imagine she's going to get kidnapped. There's some secret organization somewhere that was like, oh, so you brought the AI to life, huh? You bringing Terminator? There's going to be some cute line in the movie where they're like, you brought the Terminator to the streets. Like, It's going to be something like that. And then there goes the plot of the movie where they try to, like how there's a conspiracy that they're doing.
This is the continuation from
Legacy.
Yeah.
Because Legacy was the continuation from the original.
No, that's what I'm saying is that they're using the same character as a whole nother.
No. It's a different character, I think. Because the brother that played in Tron Legacy, I want him to be in a superhero role so bad, dog.
Yeah,
he couldn't get cast.
He's good.
The dude from. Did you ever see the movie Four Brothers?
Yeah.
I love
the youngest.
That's probably one of the best movies that I saw. Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, the younger brother is the dude that. Sean, so I wanted him to.
I was rooting for him,
and that's the movie that made me surprised. I was like, okay, Andre 3000. I didn't act that good. I mean, I know he had some decent chops, but that's the movie that I was like, even with Common with Simon, I was like, oh shoot, Common.
Speaking of Andre 3000, he just dropped some new music.
Oh, that's
he's
definitely check it out.
Now, if you like him in Four Brothers, you don't like him in Revolve.
Oh, okay.
All right. So let's. I'm gonna give your
too.
opinions real quick about the Tron 3 announcement, and then we'll jump to this synchronization.
I stand corrected from what he said. I didn't think anybody was asking for this. It was just going to be another why who asked for this.
No, I've absolutely been for this since it came out. Okay. My only issue though is that Daft Punk recently split. So
they retired.
So ain't no guarantee that we gonna get that same musical magic that was provided. You know what I mean? Like, because the music made Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
Like the way, again, another instance of synesthesia where I'm sitting there that was one of the first non-rap soundtracks that I had. You know what I mean? I had to have that.
Yeah, I listen to some of those tracks when I work out.
Yeah, exactly. It was so insanely beautiful. I don't know if they'll be able to recapture that magic, and that matters in a place where you literally have to imagine it. Even if you put it on screen, you're still trying to envision yourself inside of that, because now everybody has AI on their phone. Mm-hmm. So for them, it would be I wonder what the inside of my phone is like.
They gotta take their time.
Yeah. Exactly.
They can't rush it.
Yeah,
it gotta be perfect. Like music, storyline, everything gotta be good.
Because Daft Punk is perfect.
Yeah,
for a Tron movie, I don't know who we're getting now.
Yeah, I don't know, because I mean, you talking about people what's his name that did the
Money Talks? Maybe
that's true.
Maybe they'll come back just for that. Because matter of fact, because John Williams came back just to do one of the movies, because he was supposed to retire, but then he didn't come back. But he was like, I was kind of done with one of them. And then somebody asked him to come back, so maybe they might.
As a fellow artist, we never retire. We just take breaks.
I got you. I got you.
They'll be back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's go ahead and dive into secret invasion questions. I know everybody's like, He want to get to the secret invasion. All right, so we're here now. We saw episodes 1 and 2. I mean, ain't really no point in us reviewing it because these questions kind of pretty much go in. So we'll talk about how we feel about it. I know you didn't get a chance to check it out, so we'll
spoiler alert.
I will. Okay. So we're gonna talk about it, and then we'll just keep it sweet and quick.
Right.
All right,
no, real rap, because there's a lot of parts in it that are like it
Can't stand it.
Oh, by far, it's on level with WandaVision and Miss Marvel.
Are we gonna address?
And I mean,
elephant in the room.
What you talking about?
Hey yo, why Nick Fury piping the scroll? My God!
Oh, you funny. We about to dive in. Let's dive into the questions because we're gonna talk about stuff. I'm not a computer over. You funny.
Hey,
my man piping the scroll, yo.
You funny.
Hey, you never know.
Oh, listen.
It might be some good stuff.
Right. Green goose.
Yeah.
You funny.
But we don't know if he knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
Okay.
In the context of the show, we
well,
don't
know.
I'm going to say this though. Did you read the Secret Invasion comic though? Okay. If you did, I would definitely recommend reading that. To me, that is more scarier than this.
Yeah.
This show by a mile.
Okay.
You talking about? Because it was Elektra that they found out for, and then so imagine reading for a year and a half an Iron Man comic. And come to find out all that whole year and a half that you've been reading Iron Man, that wasn't even really Iron Man. He been trapped in a ship 80 billion miles away from the planet. Like, bro, you
wonder why Iron Man getting beat up like that every issue. It's like, okay, it wasn't him.
Real talk though.
Okay.
Hey, what's up with his suit?
But yeah,
why they doing this? Hey, why they naming him like that? Every issue, every trip.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, yo,
well, let's go ahead and dive into the first question. Nice twice, right? So we going to talk about that ending for Secret Invasion episode 2. We're gonna talk about it. Go ahead, talk about it then, since you want to.
Hey, Big Jackson, put it out. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
My man's piping the scroll, yeah.
You're funny.
You got that green goose, you hear me?
That's what threw me off, though. Hey, yo, you want to hear something crazy? We were, because she wanted to watch the Marvel movies in order of release now. So she didn't see and stuff like that. Yeah. So we on Captain America, Winter Soldier, ironically, and he was like, remember before he got Winter Soldier shot him in Captain America's apartment. Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah, my wife kicked me out. And I was just like, this is really ironic that he's saying that. And he like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? And he got a wife. That was crazy. That was funny. Go ahead. What were you about to say about it?
He got a scroll wife.
She can transfer to anybody. Like, what you want tonight? You want it big?
Nah, later.
You want Black Widow? You know what I'm saying? Go
transform. Let me see that.
Yo, you got all women in one, bro. Let's go. Go ahead.
So that ending is yo.
I just need one woman. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. The writing is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, granted, that's not something that completely caught me off guard, but like, it was a pleasant surprise to me. Right. I was like, it's about to get real. How many more episodes we got left? 6, right?
So they got 4. Yeah, I think it's.
Is it
6 more? So if it's 6, we got 4 more.
6.
Yeah, we got 4 more. And I like that these are not like, here's 28 minutes. Like, no, these episodes are beefy. They're like 45 minutes.
I really hate that they do the old school thing of dropping an episode every week when you already have them all made. Just drop them all at once.
Well, I mean, they do that to build the hype, and stuff like that. I mean, I get you, and then you can kind of keep up. So because I don't know if you ever knew this, the reason why we don't review Netflix shows really is because it's kind of hard because everybody's schedule is different. So he could be on episode, like, let's say it's 10 episodes, most likely for a Netflix show. He on episode 3. He on episode 6. Mm-hmm. I'm on episode 2. You done saw the whole season. Yeah, so we come together and we're like, when she got stabbed. I'm like, I ain't see that yet. My fault. His mama died. I was like, I didn't catch up yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of hard to do that. But like stuff like Last of Us, shows like this, it's 2 episodes that have just dropped before we do the podcast. So there is no, I saw episode 3, y'all. Like, no, we all saw episode 1 and episode 2, so we can geek out and talk about, and then it's like, what will happen in episode 3? That's the only thing I like. That's the only benefit, because we can all talk around. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They drop it like that.
So for Stranger Things, I didn't know anything about it until I heard about season 4. I started watching season 1. I got hooked.
Yeah, it
and
hooks
I
you.
did not stop watching it.
Yup.
The whole, and then when they dropped season 4, I did not stop watching.
Exactly.
it.
That's why I said
That's
for All
what I
Mankind.
like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's for All Mankind on Apple TV. That you didn't watch that, by the way, because we're gonna talk about season 4 when it comes out in October. But that show did the same thing to me. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to these next questions or whatever. So Nikki R writes, I am liking the direction they chose for episode 2. I am loving the show more than She-Hulk, to be honest. What you men think of episode 2? I thought it was good. I like the conversation between War Machine and Nick Fury.
Yeah.
And then there's a theory that they think that Don Cheadle's character with War Machine is a scroll. They think that because of how he said his because he normally calls him, he called him Nick, but he normally calls him Fury or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I ain't catch that.
Reason
So yeah, it's different. So I don't know. Could be a scroll. Maybe it could be because he's in a new position, so he doesn't feel that way.
Could be a show of disrespect.
Yo,
That too.
Real talk though, it's sick, but I love my guy. What was Keith?
Who? You talking about Don Cheadle?
No. The scroll general, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's my dude. You talking about Talos? Talos?
No,
No, not him. The other black guy.
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh,
What's his
I
name?
forgot his name.
I forgot his name, but yo,
yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
I love his character.
Yeah, he ain't no joke.
I like
He ain't no
how
joke.
militant he is. I like how he suspenseful he is. Like, yo,
Like the Panthers, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
real talk though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The way he's organized, and then like the way he puts fear into people, bro. I'm like, yo, Nick got something on his hands right here. But then again, isn't he the little man that he trained up though? Isn't he?
Yeah, the little boy and then the little girl.
He knows all the tricks in the trade, kind of like Nick.
Yeah, because
so
old girl from Game of Thrones. What's the thing? I forgot her name, but she plays the
Emily Clark.
Yeah, Emily Clark. She
Yeah.
plays the little girl from Captain Marvel because that was from the 90s.
So he's been underneath Fury's wing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He could be a good adversary.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go
Am
ahead.
I the only one that liked She-Hulk?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought because he said it was better than She-Hulk. I'm like, but She-Hulk really stayed true to comic books, like the comedic timing and everything.
I like the actress that plays She-Hulk. I like a lot of the episodes. I love the episode with Daredevil. That was really good too as well. My only issue was that some of the jokes wasn't as sharp. As they could have been a lot better. Because I'm talking. I mean, even you talking about what Seinfeld, other older shows. That some of the jokes hit. I'm like hit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about some of the dry humor.
True to the comic books.
I like some of the dry humor from some of a lot of the 90s back in the day shows. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they were trying to create that aspect. I'm just talking jokes. I'm not talking about the overall, because the overall story was good. I just feel like somebody was trying too hard with the jokes. I'm like, it's such and such. I'm like, you didn't really have to write that. You kind of saw that. That wasn't really too funny, but I like the show, type of thing. That's how I was. But go ahead.
Episode 2, the question was about the direction, right?
Yeah, I mean, hold on, let me pull it back up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
no, you good. No, I appreciate that.
I had to defend that show on pod, so
yeah. I am loving this show more than She-Hulk. I'm loving the direction they chose.
Okay, yeah. This show is pulling a lot on the heartstrings, and I like that. At the climax of the episode, they had a heart-to-heart between War Machine and Nick Fury, mostly because it's been danced around, but like there aren't any, like, the Avengers members exist, but the Avengers don't officially exist right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's 2 men, military trained, mostly clandestine shit at this point, who have to have a heart-to-heart about what Nick Fury is really getting himself into and what his decision making from 3 decades ago has now brought upon the earth.
Exactly.
And so that's really important to me as far as storytelling goes, because for the past 2 or 3 years now, you get fans complaining that there's no real world building.
Yeah.
And it's like, and we find out in the midst of a conversation, which could have been a fleeting moment in terms of the narration of the episode, we find out it's like, yo, like the world really is upside down, yo.
Exactly.
Like scroll shit aside, like this could be any given threat.
Yeah.
Any given threat. It's like, yo, like we really don't know what to do about this, Nick Fury. Why are you here? And he's like, well, I did it. And War Machine's like, I mean, yeah, we know that, but why are you here?
Exactly.
And so now I think they're gonna start propping him up. And then there's a lot of theories going around. Like I think that Nick Fury himself is like playing like hard possum. I'm thinking that he's still got some of that old spycraft kicking, and he's about to start doing folks ugly, especially given who they killed off. And according to all of the writers, that kill was legit. Like that won't no fake out.
Yeah, I mean, that was Maria
Nick Fury about to turn up.
Yeah, he about to turn up.
That goes into the next question.
Peanut writes, I hate they making Nick Fury not as dangerous as he was in Avengers. What are y'all thinking?
You ain't watching the same show, dog.
You gotta let it cook, man.
Right.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Another thing, like I guess I don't like the doubt. Fury has always been Fury.
Right.
You understand?
That's what he said. That's what you told him.
Fury has always been Fury. And for them to, think that he lost a step because he's been gone, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and they're like, he old.
I get it, but this is his man's life. This is what he's about. This is the man who he is. And the first episode, and him will let you know that he's still Fury. Well, how you know I ain't let him kidnap me? You know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't hear and see, and you know what I'm saying? So I get it, to like, try to get the story. What we don't particularly know. Then old girl again.
No, go for it. I'll watch it.
Something happens,
This old girl when she with the yo, that whole meat freezer. See, that joint was crazy because she came in there and was like, is there an escape hatch? Okay, cool. You done? I'll go ahead and do what I need to do. That joint was crazy.
Boy,
she was crazy. That joint was crazy. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like in the first like
Maria Hill.
Yeah, Maria Hill. Oh, my fault. I thought we were talking about that whole.
No. That was funny. That will put doubt on somebody, and I like how they spun that. Like, damn, maybe Fury is missing a step. You know what I'm saying? Because that transpired.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that is now it's like, okay, if he did, what other thing to get him back in a situation like that? You know what I'm saying?
Her mom was pissed.
Yo, that
her mom,
and it's crazy because like that's like a real conversation.
Yeah, that was a serious conversation.
Like not real talk.
Remember Equalizer?
Yeah.
Remember when he was like, the mistake you made was that you killed my friend, so I'm going to kill each and every one of you.
Yeah.
And the only pleasure I have is that I only get to do it once. Anytime you get a character, anytime you get an actor of the caliber of a Samuel L. Jackson or Denzel to have something that traumatic happen over the course of the role of their character, some hell is coming after that.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we're about to shoot right up.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, crazy.
Exactly what I'm saying. I love it because
so the only input I haven't watched it yet, but I know that the type of work that Nick Fury's in, you never lay your cards out for everybody to see. That you always got to be like one step ahead of somebody else. So of course, right now, Nick probably looks like he's having some trouble. That's how you build a narrative. That's how you build a story. But you got to understand, Nick's been in that industry, that level of espionage and all that stuff for his entire life. For the most part.
It's all you know.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You gotta let that cook, man. You gotta let it cook.
Exactly. Yeah, because Iron Man was like, you mean the master of spies?
one last thing before we move forward, right?
I got you.
Damn, I hope I didn't lose it.
Bring it back.
I did lose it. My bad, dog.
Where were you going with it?
Because I was thinking about Nick Fury as a character. Like we tend to forget that, like, what was it that Tony Stark said? His secrets have secrets. Like, come on, yo. Like, this show would not have any intrigue if it was as, I mean, granted, there's going to be a level of predictability. Like, we read enough, we watch enough, but for real, because y'all got to remember that Armor Wars is a movie. I don't know if y'all know that or not, the fandom and the interweb, but Armor Wars coming. Rhodey is the face of that.
Yeah.
But look at the amount of effort that Nick Fury had with he was wearing the eye patch because he was hiding his eye in somebody else to open up. Like, come on, man. He's got, you're not giving Nick enough credit.
Right.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and go to the next question. Gears of War is King writes, I am loving this show so far. Episode 2 really brought a new level to Marvel. I think this is what we needed for MCU. Besides Guardians 3, it's been a hit and miss. What do you guys think?
I kind of agree with you, Doug.
Yeah, it's been a hit and miss since Endgame. This certain shows work, certain shows don't.
Y'all really feel it's a hit and miss, or is it just that
we spoiled
something that can't top that?
Yeah, that sentiment exactly. But me, because of my love for this, I'm more open-minded, right?
Yeah.
So I'm willing to accept certain stuff. So I operate from an idealist perspective, but I can see like what they're talking about. Like Thor was painful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
That was
don't even get me started. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah,
that in particular. But see, on the other hand, I don't understand the Eternals hate. Like people are really like incredibly like, fuck this movie. I hate it. I don't get it. And I'm like, okay, did you watch it or were you looking at it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's a bit of storytelling in there. We don't like the answers that we got.
Right.
But they told what was being asked of them in the story. Like, where were y'all during this? It's like, oh, we were told or we were instructed or we were programmed not to interfere. Yeah, that sucks for us as fans. We don't want to accept that. But if that's the truth of what the situation was, what are they supposed to do? Yeah. And then not to mention they know who the Avengers are. Right. Like they acknowledge them, right? Like it was that it's publicly noted. But to bring it all back full circle, I just think that, man, like I don't think that we call it hit or miss for lack of a better word. In truth, it's just that we spoiled. Like Endgame was a lot for us. Infinity War was a lot for us. And for it could have ended at that point, and I think we would have been cool. But because they're continuing, we have the unrealistic and unfair expectation for them to up the ante. But you are a thespian. So where can we go from what Endgame was, right?
See, that's what I'm getting at. Did we discredit previous because the bar was set so high? But are they still like good movies? It's just that they're not to our level of expectation because we are spoiled.
Yeah, I think that's the case. We're at this juncture, like where we're at right now, I think we're just so spoiled by everything we got. Like everybody, and here's something that's overrated, and let me know if y'all disagree. The term recapturing the magic, that's overrated, yo. Because I've gone back and watched everything twice.
Yeah, right.
I can tell you, like, I felt nothing for Iron Man that y'all are saying y'all felt for Iron Man. Like, not y'all in the room. No, I'm talking about like the first movie, the first Iron Man movie.
Okay.
Like, not talking y'all in the room, but like the general audience is like, yo, it just shifted my spirit. No, I didn't feel that when I saw Iron Man.
No. So Iron Man, yes, but people don't give Wesley Snipes enough credit for Blade. That actually.
No. We do.
Yeah.
But the people out there don't give Wesley Snipes enough credit because that started the MCU.
Right.
That was like the best Marvel movie at the time.
Yes. Yeah. And then number 2 is heralded as one of the best comic book movies. Like, that's a valid argument. I mean, I don't feel that way, but it's valid.
2 was crazy. Like, but that's a whole other conversation with that stuff. For me, I say hit miss as a fan. I'm saying like. You talk about Shang-Chi versus Love and Thunder. Shang-Chi was incredible. It was a masterpiece of the genre. I haven't seen martial arts that good. I'm talking about this motion picture since like you talking on the level of like Ant-Man 4 and The Raid and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when they was in.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, the martial arts in that thing is crazy, bro.
I seen Michelle Young. I was like, we in there.
Yeah, and it's no freaking joke. It's not like it's cutscenes, bro. Like they literally took the time to allow that the elements of and people of that genre to allow them to let them do their movie, and they did it. And that's the type of level I'm talking about, like Hitman, like we talking about with She-Hulk. There's certain elements in She-Hulk as far as, for me, jokes and stuff like that could have made it a little bit better. If the jokes were sharper, I feel like the show would have been more enriched. I think if people would have laughed more, I think, I'm talking about the comment. I'm not talking about like us as comic book fans.
And then y'all want to get beat the fuck up. Y'all were really out of pocket. Y'all were really out of pocket with your misogynistic bullshit, yo.
You heard him.
And then Falcon and Winter Soldier was really good. I love that. So, but, I mean, and then of course, go ahead.
The idiots out there asking like, well, how is he Captain America because he doesn't have the super serum? So I'm like, get the.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
Hey, yo, read something, yo.
He was because it was two other Captain Americas. Bucky was a Captain America, and it was crazy. We had both of them in there, and both of them have been Captain America in the comics. Bucky was, and Sam Wilson was both Captain America at one point. So it's exactly, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Anthony Mackie on thin ice though. We ain't.
That's a whole nother look.
Oh, you talking with because of the new show you got coming out on Peacock?
Yeah.
That one, bro.
Real talk. It's because of Black Mirror. First of all,
you saw that clip.
Black Mirror.
You saw that clip for
it was Strike 2.
Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this because before that clip, did we not say great? Can't wait to review that. We were excited to review that. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this now. We watched episode 1 of this, anything like that clip. I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna review that one episode. That's it. I'm not watching it.
It's supposed to be a story about psychopaths.
Exactly.
I don't know
why
they use that
I was like, bro.
But it's not. But it's just funny how they use that clip.
Yeah.
Right. All right. It's just crazy how they use that particular one to represent. You know what I mean?
But
it's not. It's not that. But you on thin ice though.
We'll
see. Black Mirror.
I hated him in Altered Carbon. I hated him.
I like that show. I don't really blame him per se. I think the writing wasn't as sharp as it could have been.
The first one was great. The anime was
yeah. By a mile, yeah.
But Anthony Mackie's second season, horrible.
Yeah. Horrible. But yeah, we got wrap up soon because it's getting kind of late. But let's kind of get through stuff. We are going to talk about the gaming pod though. I'm definitely doing that because I want to go over those notes. So Smith writes, I like how they carry consequences over for past movies. It brings a sense of urgency to the story threads for the MCU. This is probably the best MCU show since WandaVision, to be honest. How are you fellows feeling about the show 2 episodes in? Well, we already pretty much kind of laid our feelings out. I think it's good. I think it's on the level of Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think the quality is good. The graphics are great. So, I mean, this is good. Where are you at?
I hope they don't. What's that term? Jump the shark?
Jump the gun?
Yeah, like really just shoot themselves in the foot with this because this is entirely too good, yo. Like,
gotcha.
Between all the writing and then the cinematography is crazy. Like, it's one of the few shows that I don't feel like could have been a movie. Yeah. Like I don't get let's go ahead and wrap this up. I'm not getting that from Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
But again, I also read. So I know what I want from this show.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah.
You feel the same way pretty much? Yeah, you feel okay, cool. Let's go ahead and start so we can get to. All right, last question for the Secret Invasion, then we're gonna jump to Gaming Pod and I want to kind of gloss over streaming lifestyle, then we'll wrap up because we got lives. So let's see. Pink Yoshi writes, love this YouTube channel. My question is, have you fellas seen the rating count for Secret Invasion? They're tracking low. I think Marvel's losing its magic. What do you guys think? So I understand about the ratings not being as high, but at the same point in time, so let's go over a couple of things. So number one, this is a very super intelligent show. This is to me, I compare it to something of the nature of like a Star Trek. It's not all, oh my God, what? I'm jumping out of shit. I can't read. Like, it's not like stuff like that. Sometimes you need to sit down, get the dialogive, understand. It's building up, it's world building. It's building. Give it time. Y'all expecting?
They spoil.
Yeah, accent stuff blowing up. Yeah, go ahead.
So, the recent reviews, they got review bombed because of their use of AI art in their intro.
Oh yeah, the thing we talked about. Yeah, I got you.
the reviews do not reflect the actual the show right now.
So they bots.
Because
they bots.
No,
reviewing.
No, it's
No,
not like
So
that.
the bots is reviewing.
No, basically, long story short, he reviewed it. We talking about the trailer they used, some of the stuff for the AI.
So the intro cinematic is using AI art, and I could go into a whole spiel about AI art, but maybe another time. But still, the entire art community, as well as a lot of Hollywood, they aren't happy with it, so they review bombed the show. So
gotcha.
Don't believe the reviews.
Yeah. Oh, anything you want to add? You good? What's up?
Yo, have a mind of your own, yo. Like, you can sit in your house and watch this in the privacy of your own home. You don't have to get on the internet for validation of your own taste, man. I mean, granted, as a collective, we do need y'all to watch this so that we can get more of it. But think for yourself, yo. The show
you got your own brain
is incredible. Like, and I'm not even about to draw lines for comparison because I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to disrespect Marvel.
Nah.
And the general audience, y'all, I kind of stay out of comic shops because y'all make me want to punch y'all in the nose and neck. So
he's going through anger management, by the way.
No, but I do have a question though.
Yeah.
You read comics on your tablet or you read it? Okay.
Well, both.
Okay, both. Yeah, because it was crazy because when I was reading Green Lantern, it was just so beautiful because sometimes it's huge difference reading a physical comic. I ain't mean to cut you off.
Well, I live right around the corner from Atomic.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I mean, it's just that's the whole thing. Yeah. So both to me, it could be a both and. He's a both and. I hate when people be like, well, you either going to read it physically or you just going to read it on that.
Rumble me then.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like that I read comics on my tablet? Come fight me.
Sometimes you don't have the space to store on them.
Yeah. She already gave me all back. But I love a physical, man.
Again, we helped him move his comics.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like that was part of, like, we had to schedule that into the movie, yo. It's like, we got a couch. Yeah, we got Dre's comics. That's,
Damn.
Yo.
That was the bulk of the movie.
Anything else you want to add? Or you good? We can move to
Nah. I'm good. It just, like Big G said, yo, don't believe the rumors, man. Like,
exactly.
Find out for yourself.
All right,
it ain't that hard. If you got Disney, just turn the shit on.
Yeah,
and if you don't like it, turn the shit off. Like, y'all make it like spoil that. Oh my God. You know what?
Say it loud.
Most of the people that review movies are snobs anyway. They want like the heyday from like way back in the day to come back, and those movies were shit.
Yeah, right. Pretty much.
Like Citizen Kane, is not actually a good movie, yo.
Yeah.
Like it's a movie that follows certain the guidelines of the gatekeepers, no doubt, as far as how a movie should be made and what a movie should do, as far as the cycle. But if you're talking about good shit,
but look, they invented the rules.
Yeah,
so there are no rules in Hollywood. You can make up whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Same with books.
Exactly.
You ever seen a panda doing kung fu? You dumb motherfucker. Y'all upset about comics. They got 100 years worth of lore. But then he's like, oh, yeah, I draw the line there. Like, why? So what you mean if you ain't got an eye patch no more? Watch the show.
And no hate on Teenage Kraken, but I mean, you got that too. So I'm like, come on, y'all. But anyway, all right, let's go ahead and jump into a couple of things so we go ahead and wrap up. Street Fighter 6 game review. I don't think any one of y'all played it. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet. You did play the demo? So you and I talk about it real quick. My impressions, I actually love it. I do like the open world aspect, but it is kind of repetitive. I did create my character, kind of walked around, and it was kind of weird to walk up to somebody and she looks like she plays Sex and the City, and she's like, "Oh, you want to fight me?" I was just like, "Oh," her pearls are moving, and she like, "I'm gonna put my business suitcase down." I was just like, "Oh, I guess I'm gonna beat up this lady from Sex and the City." Right. But okay.
I've never laughed so hard in my life.
That kind of caught you off too, right?
Person.
Yeah.
Just like on the street, just like this old lady, let's go.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, bow, bow, bow. Okay, shoot.
Yeah, take that grandma.
But as far as the regular, player versus player, player or versus the AI, whatever like that, I think it looks great. I mean, it is what Street Fighter is. It's just better graphics. Love the characters, love the design. I love the the new backgrounds and stuff like that. But I mean, Street Fighter. I mean, if you're not a fan of Street Fighter, you're not gonna be like, Oh, I guess I like it now. I mean, Street Fighter, man.
But, so I would just like to applaud Capcom from like coming out of their shit era, because it wasn't so long ago that I was calling Capcom Crapcom.
Yeah,
because all they made was
the
crap.
beginning of 5. Oh my god,
Yeah.
the drop for 5, horrible.
And then
straight doo-doo. I was like, bro, are you freaking kidding me?
All of the Resident Evil spin-offs they made sucked, and
and then y'all remakes are making money. Why? Because those are actually were good games.
Yeah, they put
just enhanced the graphics. Yeah, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
So, it's nice to see big like game developers wanting to make good games instead of just trying to go after the money all the time. They wanted to make a good game first, and the money just flowed in for them. So that's like that's just a message to everybody. All those, like, I call them the Sinister Six. It's Bethesda, Microsoft as a whole, Activision, Blizzard, Ubisoft, EA, Konami. They're the Sinister Six of the gaming industry. All they make is crap at this point. And all they want is your money, your attention 24/7. They don't make good games. And Capcom is like come out of the shadows and like, look, we want to make good games again.
You're turning on our loyalty.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Let me get into this Street Fighter 6 thing. The reason why I'm not rushing to it is because, if I'm not mistaken, Akuma ain't live, right?
Which one?
Akuma's not live.
No,
yet?
It's not in yet.
Yeah, I don't have any reason to care yet. Akuma's been my favorite character since I was a kid. So
yeah, he of course he's gonna be downloadable. He's gonna come later.
But if he ain't live, if he ain't hot right now,
I got you.
But I also do want to inform y'all that type of thing that they're doing isn't exactly innovative. Like this World Warrior thing. I forgot which game it is. My daughter has it on the PSP that I modded now. One of those games has like a World Warrior thing where you do go around. Now it's limited for the technology at the time, so it's not.
Mortal Kombat did it too.
Yeah. Like this isn't like people were saying like, yo, this is new. It's like, yo, nah, you just ain't played shit.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I spent several hours like with Akuma going around the world and getting up to like level whatever the hell before I gave it to my daughter. And this was but I will say I wished for this. I did wish for this, like what they're doing right now. So I'll be getting it, but I don't care yet.
I gotcha. Xbox Showcase. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take over a little bit.
Right.
You can just highlight what you think and what you want to talk about real quick.
Came with documentation.
Give me one second. I'm gonna let him talk that real quick for a second.
You want a fan of Xbox to share his disappointment?
He got the paperwork.
This is why we don't do Xbox.
Right.
Even fans are disappointed. What are you doing?
Cyberpunk made me incredibly happy, mostly because it is really difficult to not love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Avowed, okay. Starfield, okay. But South of Midnight, okay. Star Wars Outlaws, stop playing with me. Forza, I don't know who that's for.
Cheers.
Okay.
We have Gran Turismo. Why do we need Forza?
Right. Clockwork Revolution. All right. A Persona knockoff. Metaphor Fantizio. Okay, right. A new co-op game. Spirit Fair. Oh wait, no, hold on. That's the name of the company. 33 Immortals. Right. That's going great. Payday 3. Okay.
Looks impressive.
Yeah. But it's still Xbox, so don't hold our breath. Persona 3 Reload. Who's Persona 3 for? Persona 5 Tactica. Okay.
They are milking that Persona series.
Yeah, and the people that it's for don't even care about it. Sea of Thieves, whatever the hell that's supposed to be. Flight Simulator, because that's what we need right now. Hellblade 2, that looked good.
Yeah, that seamless like stream was crazy. With Hellblade 2.
Unreal Engine. I play with Unreal Engine 5 a little bit. It's crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
So I'm gonna sum this all up for all of the gamers out there. I said this. I may have said it off pod. I'm going to say it on pod now. Xbox admitted in open court that they lost the console war. So this was basically It was basically Xbox singing outside of their girlfriend's window in the rain with a fucking boombox.
Yeah, with the boombox.
That's what this was. Nothing.
Back to me.
Right. Nothing was so over the top and impressive that the competing industries could not have held E3 together. That's what I'm saying. Now we can segue into the Ubisoft foolishness too.
Bleed into that.
Ubisoft was equally disappointing.
Was it uber soft?
Yeah, no jive. Like it seriously was. Like it was painful to sit through these because I am a fan of the Xbox as a piece of hardware, and I am terribly disappointed that this is where we're at. So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna cry hard, and I'm gonna play my Nintendo 64.
Oh, what you think of Outlaws though? So the presentation
I
Star Wars. Oh, you don't.
I don't. It was cool. You know what I mean?
It did kind of look like it was about a copy paste type of
thing. Yeah, it was.
I don't forgive Ubisoft for ruining For Honor. That was my game.
Gotcha.
For Honor was like innovative, and they just turned it into another cash grab.
I remember that. Yeah.
I hate it.
Gotcha. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and jump. So this is what we're gonna do because we got live. So we got to eat dinner and all this other stuff. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm going to just gloss over Diablo 4. What I think about it. And there was a trailer that came out for Streaming Lifestyle. We're going to review the comics on we ain't got time to go down into that right now. But we're going to talk about a trailer, and then we're going to wrap up and end this off talking about how great and how beautiful, how magnificent Silo was. So, Diablo 4 gameplay review, short and sweet. It is a remarkable game. Thank you, Blizzard, for not dropping the ball. Because whatever that phone Diablo, whatever you know what I'm talking about. What was it called?
Diablo Immortal.
Oh my God. Who's doing that? Anyway, thank y'all for not dropping the ball and damaging a good product because 4 is gorgeous. Open world gameplay. I can do whatever I want, but all this other stuff, hopefully I can dive into more when we do the regular podcast. As far as Streaming Lifestyle, two things that we did not get a chance to cover: Special Ops Lioness trailer review, Paramount Plus. I'm gonna read the synopsis real quick. Special Ops Lioness is said to be based on a real-life CIA program, follows a young Marine who is recruited by the CIA to befriend the daughter of a billionaire who, with ties to terrorist groups, so the agency can bring down the organization. It is set to premiere on July 23rd, 2023 on Paramount Plus. Zoe Zeldon is in it. They already got my attention. She's awesome. Because she takes her she's one of the rare female actors that take her acting, her action with acting serious. I love her. She's awesome. I am looking forward to it, and that's a powerhouse. A lot of the cast in here is not just, these aren't just like, oh, I just do soap opera shows. Like, these are people like, I'm in Academy Award shows, and I'm in movies, and I'm here to do this show type of thing. So it looked like it's going to be good. Did y'all see the trailer?
Of course.
And what did you think?
The premise of it is kind of like messed up because, like, you think of like the CIA and all those movies, you think about how messed up they can really do, folks. And I was just like, damn, I was like, yeah, you got to befriend this billionaire who's tied to the mob or whatever. It's like, yo, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Because, like, yo, what if she herself is actually like a good person? I started thinking, I got real hyper realistic because I'm really skeptical about, government as a whole. Yeah. So I was looking at that. I was like, yo, that's kind of fucked up, man.
Yeah.
If you go down the CIA rabbit hole, you will find out.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That we're technically the Empire in Star Wars.
That's
crazy. We're the Empire.
Did you see the trailer? No. Did you see the trailer?
I did.
Okay, what you think?
Looks all right.
Yeah, we'll review it. That's probably us because like in certain shows we'll start like The Idol. Lord, we'll be like, all right, we'll check it out.
Hey,
if it ain't nothing, we ain't gonna review beyond that.
Hey,
we'll
Abel,
check out the first.
You my dog, brother, but
we're not reviewing that.
It's just not. Look. I know you ain't acting. Ain't nobody, I don't know who listens to your music as much as I do, but I know you ain't acting, brother. Like that's who you are.
Yeah.
Look, it's all over the internet. They're like, whoa, this is actually how he is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to his music, he definitely breaks down like this kind of wild shit on there.
Yeah, it's crazy. So last thing, before my wife kills me, because we gotta eat dinner and get to the kids. I know they got lives and kids too. So last thing we're reviewing, and then we're going to catch us on the regular
to the wall. She's stealing on me first.
Silo. Whole season review. The last episode dropped.
Come on now.
This is it, and we're closing out with this. I absolutely think this is probably top 15 best shows I've ever seen in my entire life of existence. This show is incredible, from the cast to the writing to how it's shot. To I'm like, because it so much so that me and Bianca would be joking because the bandwidth for it stops the internet sometimes because it's so sharp that they're probably like, okay, hey, well, they're just having a conversation and Apple's like, nah, shoot it with an 8K camera. With all that. But they're just talking. We got the money. Shoot it. I don't need to see the sweat on this dude's forehead from where you're at. It's not clear. I'm like, bro, y'all don't have to use an 8K camera. He's just having a conversation. 4K is fine. Dial it back some, Apple. It's cool. But besides that, Common and I've never seen Common this. It's like somebody, whoever trained Denzel, Chadwick Boseman, and all of them was like, "Oh, we're gonna train you to do Silo." He was that good. He was that good in the show, bro. I can't recommend this show more than anybody else at this table.
Put me on too.
Yeah, what you think? Go ahead, Steven.
Hey,
wrap it up as a whole. What you think?
I couldn't imagine the suspense of someone being in that situation. Like, how could you make this more suspenseful than they're like in captivity, 10,000 people in a hole in the ground, right? What could possibly keep me entertained?
Exactly.
The writing is good. The suspense is there. Like, I'm just lost for words, yo.
Yeah, the engine episode, bro. Had me on the edge of my seat. She had to change her blade. I'm sitting here like, bro, and then like, the machine do, and he was like, I gotta hurry up and start it. And then she in the water, we gotta save her. Like, I was on edge. That's for them to change a blade in a machine that keeps everybody alive. Junk was crazy.
In the last episode, which I knew, okay, I was like, when I went back, I was like, there's no way out of the whole world dying. It's only just 10,000 people.
Yeah, exactly. And then here's the question: did they change her view? Because she was like, "Oh my God, it's beautiful out here, such and such and such," but the bodies aren't there. We know that for a fact.
Right.
So like, we know old dude and his wife ain't dead. So it's like, where did they go?
They went to another silo.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But did they change her view? Because remember, at one point she thought that was real. Yeah, I saw all the different silos out there, but I'm like, is that really what it is?
It's like a green screen. Remember when she went to the joint, she put the thing down?
Yeah.
And it configured out, you know what I'm saying, messed the joint up. That's when he's like, oh shit, she knows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said she knew before she actually did that thing. So the question is like, it's because the thing about it, we know it's greenlit for season 2. Yeah. To me, it created more questions because what's the 18? Is that the 18 silo? Is the 18 key? So what's going on with that? You know what I'm saying? Like it bro. This show was crazy, man.
The writers and the creators of this show, good freaking job.
Yeah, best.
Listen,
one of the best things I've seen.
I went back, started over again. Like, y'all did y'all.
What was the significance of the tape, bro? I'm like, because remember that? Did you see it?
That's the first clue.
Yeah, that was like that. And the crazy thing
better anyway. I was like,
because it was something with that. And there's no way she never walked out of that building. I never heard for 20 years, and she did all that for her for some tape that she had to replace the other. Because she was like, "Don't worry, we got you in supply." I was like, "So what does that mean?" Well,
our tape was better anyway. And then she talked to the lady. She was like, well, it would make sense, or would it?
Exactly.
Man, when she's like, our tape is better anyway. Then she went look at the tape. I'm like, maybe that has some significance for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe it helped them actually for her to really see what was going on.
Yeah.
Take us home, Kevin. Go ahead.
I really like this genre, like the whole we don't know what's going on, what happened in the world to bring about like whatever's going on. Like I like this genre. Silo was one of the more well-written shows. It kept me engaged. The acting was
immaculate.
Like
for real.
You got me to care, yo. Because
you know what I'm saying?
Because like remember I described this on pod as like the boring parts of the Matrix. And so for this to be the boring, like me as I'm watching it, I'm like, for this to be the boring parts, they really doing it, yo.
Yeah.
And then I always and don't give me shit about this, but I like when Common is the morally ambiguous guy. Like not necessarily a bad guy, but he's doing bad shit. But you find out that it's
he has
for
a
good
moral
reason.
compass. Yeah.
And I don't know what is he being. Y'all feel like he's being typecast at this point?
No. I feel like this is a little more out of his wheelhouse. I mean, it's kind of more similar to what he did with Hell on Wheels or something. What was the Western show? He had a Western show on not BBC, but
I know you're talking about. It was yeah. But I know about it, but I ain't really looking into it.
I thought this was a little different because I mean, most of the time he do more softer.
What?
Matter of fact, he was in the Never Have I Ever. That he does more of the lighthearted.
I get what you're saying. Because if y'all remember, back in the day, it was a movie called Bullet. He's edgy like that.
Okay.
Okay.
If y'all remember that with Angelina Jolie.
Gotcha. Okay.
When he played Bullet, remember he was like one of the ages in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It give him that edge, but it's like he's still like he's bringing it though.
Yeah.
Like
But
see the chest out a little
right.
bit. The chest, boy.
Let's we're wrapping up. We're gonna. You about
I was just gonna say the premise of Silo reminds me of like in Fallout 4 or Fallout 3 too. You explore the area and sometimes you'll come across one of the basically the same thing. It's like a silo where they escape the nuclear fallout or whatever. And some you'd read inside the computers like stories of what was going on in that silo at the time and stuff. So the premise really reminds me of that sort of stuff. So
that's what's up.
I'm down. You've convinced me.
Oh yeah. You absolutely love it,
man. I think she's seen one of the files too.
Yeah, I think she has too. And it's crazy. Like
that's why
it's so much to.
You know what I'm saying?
There's so much to it, man.
Bro, this is one of the ones I hate because I gotta wait now.
Yeah, we gotta wait 2 years, bro. It's gonna be a while for that. But we appreciate y'all.
Oh,
thank you for
love. I just looked up. They're delaying The Boys season 4.
Why?
What's up?
What? The writer's
on
strike?
the next time of Dragon Ball Z.
Cheers. We'll look into it. We're gonna chop it up. All right, we love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Catch us on the regular next podcast. We'll see y'all and everything like that. Appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and close this out. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Finish. All righty. And stream.
Okay, so with The Boys, they are saying they may